Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever considered being a pirate? If so, then you'll be wanting the HFC Flintlock Pistol. Now, you may be forgiven for thinking this is little more than a beautifully decorative piece of wall art, but I can assure you that this is a fully operational and if not entirely tenable option as an airsoft replica. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's start with the basics. So it's a flintlock pistol. It was designed by HFC originally as a CO2 variant, which unfortunately came out as extremely hot and made it totally unusable for the UK market in particular. So what we have here is a green gas version. Now, to fill it up with green gas, let's start with the obvious question. You remove this rather decorative pistol butt at the end here. Just clicks off quite simply, and you can see you have access to your green gas chamber there. Click this back on. This is full metal, very, very nice. Not too heavy. And it just clicks back into place. My concern with that is because it's all clicks, the more you use this, the more worn this is going to become and the more loose. That would be my concern. I, of course, don't have that problem because this is, for me, purely a decorative piece of wall art and an occasional garden plinker. I don't see it as a viable on-field skirmish option. Not really. Maybe if you're having a little bit of fun and doing a little bit of cosplay, perhaps an Assassins Creed Blag Flag cosplay would be something particularly nice with one of these. But yeah, it's a flintlock pistol at the end of the day, guys. It's, you know, not going to keep up with an M4 or an ARP9 or anything of the such. So, but let's go through it anyway, just in case you might want to take it out on the field one day and might see it as your go-to weapon of choice. So, starting at the front, always a good place to start, we have this beautifully ornate outer barrel here, which is all metal, and I would say probably represents a good 80 to 85% of the weight of this gun. Encasing that is unfortunately an all plastic body. It looks wood, it's a very good faux wood design, but as you'll hear, it is very sort of plasticky and not a particularly good level of plastic, I don't think. I'd be very frightened to actually run this out on the field. Dropping it is going to do it no favours, I don't think. I think it's going to stress fracture very, very easily. But as I say, I can't attest to that because I've never had the guts to take it out on the field. I love it too much as a wall art. It's one of the only guns my good lady will allow me to display on our home's walls. Moving back from the barrel, as I say, we have a mixture now of plastic and metal. So several of these sections are metal, the hammer is metal and what have you, but things like the trigger guard are plastic. Functionality wise, let's get down to the nitty gritty of this. Well, as you'd expect with a flintlock pistol, to actually charge the weapon ready for fire, you need to cock both sections here, and then that will allow the trigger then, once these are cocked, to actually pull, and off she goes. That's how she fires. To load your BBs, it's not going down the barrel or anything before you think. What we actually have in this airsoft replica is the loading bar here removes, and it comes complete with its own little spring to put the BBs under tension, and you actually load the BBs down through this chamber here into a reservoir within the gun. It'll hold a good number of BBs. I think you'll get 15 or 20 shots out of it, and you load via this rather lovely replication black powder flask, which obviously you're here, holds your BBs inside, and you just line it up with a nozzle and inject them down into the gun that way there. So it all kind of adds to the feel of it. It's a nice little addition to the gun, and you get that free with the gun obviously as well. And then it's just a simple case of putting your charging rod back in, and you'll see here it has a little location nub on it, which we twist towards the gun initially. That allows it to go down and locate, and then we just twist this to lock it into place. And that's fundamentally it. In terms of functionality, the gun does work. I've never had a feed issue or a firing issue or anything like that. It's not the most accurate gun in the world. The further down range you go, the less likely you are to hit your target with this. I'd say close quarter engagements are best. Probably very reminiscent of the actual flintlock pistol to all intents and purposes. Yeah, close engagements are best. How good it would be in a CQB environment is probably down to how fast a system you could get for using your little finger to cock that one and bring the other one back. Try and parry it off like an old style revolver or something like that. It's not going to be great. Whatever way you look at it, it's not going to be great. Although the kudos you would get from racking up a couple of kills with this thing might well be worth the effort. That's fundamentally it, guys. There's not a lot more I can say about this. It works very well. It works flawlessly, to be fair, but just don't expect too much in terms of accuracy or anything like that. It's a very, very nice flintlock pistol. And yeah, hopefully this has been of some use to you if you are considering purchasing one of these for yourselves, maybe or maybe not, to skirmish, who knows. And if it has, then as always, a like and a subscribe is always welcome. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.